Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the T Monster Boss Show. And in today's episode, I want to overall talk about, I just realized I just hit 50 gamer score on it. That was probably the most nerdiest thing I just said right now. I just hit 50 gamer score on Xbox. I don't know why that, I was like, because I got my Xbox on, I was getting ready to record me some videos, but I wanted to do this podcast episode real quick. Overall, like, telling you guys about, like, me and YouTube, and overall, like, opening up more as a content creator, because that was one thing that I was, like, always afraid of, was that people are going to watch my videos and then, like, think differently on me. But that's the thing, though. It's like, with overall YouTube, with TikTok, with Instagram, with any platform that you get yourself into, you got to do the content that you love doing at the end of the day. And I figured out, like, ways to, like, get around it, I guess. Like, well, like, not so much as, like, get around it, but overall, like, do the content that I love doing, and then also trying to be myself. But I feel like lately, and definitely in, like, the recent just years, I feel like I have been opening up more, with being a content creator. And I overall feel like that has something to do, because that's the one thing that I am thankful for with my that cafe job that I was working at, was that it made me, like, more open to people. Like, still being, like, cautious and not open up too much to people, but to open up enough to where I'm, like, more entertaining than what, like, or than, like, who I used to be, or, than whatever. But overall, like, I feel like being a more open content creator will make you become a better content creator. You hear what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I feel like when you kind of, like, when you try to be secretive, it's like you got to do, like, content that's, like, not too, like, or content that's not too open, pretty much. Just like what I did in the beginning of this episode. I gave y'all a nerdy side of me when I'm over there talking about, I got 50 gamer score in Xbox. I'm like, bro, who cares about that? But anyways, but that's some stuff where I'm like, probably back then I would have, like, ended the episode and then started all over again and then went into whatever I was talking on. But I do feel like, and then that's another thing with having the podcast. It's like, with a podcast, it's like you gotta be open, you gotta talk about things, because with a podcast, it's like you gotta be, like, I feel like that's the one place where you gotta be, like, truthfully yourself. And I feel like my podcast, that's the one place where I have, like, really have became myself, and done so much with my podcast. It's just overall, like, it's a no filter zone. Like, but at the same time, like, I'm still, like, I feel like I'm, like, not completely open with you guys. Like, I do feel like that there is, one last side that I can give you guys. But I feel like right now I'm like, yeah, I can definitely say that I'm not in my final form yet when it comes to being a content creator. So I do feel like I'm in a, like, form of my life where I'm like, okay, like, I am a pretty powerful person when it comes to being a content creator. But on the other note, I'm like, I know I can be far more powerful, and I feel like the next I feel like I might be, like, second to last, or I might be at the very start of really discovering who I am when it becoming a content creator. But I have evolved throughout the time, because when I think back, like, in 2010, when I very first got into YouTube, bro, I would have been doing no things where I'm talking or showing my face or any of that stuff. Like, I would have been doing none of that. I'm like, man, like, when I think back on the videos that I was recording back then, that's a point in time in my life where I'm like, I can never go back to that. I can never, ever go back to that. Like, my thing is, like, I'm so open with being a content creator where I'm like, there's no way possible that I can hide from the world right now, where I'm like, there's 20 plus thousand people, 20 plus thousand or 20,000 plus. 20 plus thousand, I feel like, sounds more legit, but in 20,000 plus, I feel like that's like the proper way. Regardless, okay, there's over 20,000 people that are subscribed to me and my YouTube channels. There's hundreds of people following me on social media. There's thousands of people following me. There's overall altogether, there's thousands of people that's following me. Now, how can I hide from the world? How can I hide? How can I be Drake's kid? How can I hide? How'd that line go? I can't remember how that line went. That's how y'all should know that I don't really be listening to Drake that much. But anyways, but yeah, I'm like, I can't be that person where I'm like, I'm not open. So that's like one thing to overall talk on that, being more open as a content creator. It is going to be a process. That's one thing for sure. For my rising content creators out there, it is going to be a process. When rising through not so much as, rising through the ranks, like at that point in time, like you should be more open and stuff to where, like you are going to be rising through the ranks and, or more like, overall, like when you get to that point where you are rising through the ranks, you should be more open. So it's like, to talk on that, right now, talking on being more open and things. So you create your channel, but you're shy. You're camera shy. Everybody is like that. Everybody at some point in time in their life, they're going to be camera shy. But there's going to be that time where you do get in the front of the camera and you got one-time opportunity to really show the people who you are. So when that happens, all right, you're going to show out. You're going to go crazy. You're going to do, and that's, I wish I don't even talk with that guy anymore, and I extremely, extremely doubt that he will even have that video. But there is the one video I remember, that he recorded, and like, it was the last day of school, and he recorded me, and I remember I was just, being myself and things. I was out overall having fun, and, then I was like, but that was something I don't never really do. Like, I'm not really, I don't know, like, I couldn't really say that I wasn't a camera person, because I feel like at the time being, like, I really wasn't in front of the camera that much. So it's like, especially when it came from, like, other people and things. And so I will admit, like, I was, like, growing up, like, I did do, like, a lot of, like, wild and funny things and stuff. But then I think, like talking on like previous episodes where it's like stuff went down in my life. So I kind of, I wasn't as open, like especially when it came to, like being out and about with people and things. Like I'm a shy person. I'm kind of shy. Like I don't be just going out starting conversations with people and stuff. Like if, if they start up a conversation with me, then I'm like, okay, I'll keep the conversation going. But that I just gotta know, like, hey yo, like you gotta welcome me into your circle. I'm not that person where I just jump into a circle and just just start talking and stuff. So it's like I gotta be welcome into your circle. And I feel like that's kind of like how it is with being a content creator and stuff, But at the same time, it's like you have to, it's more so when you're attracting your fan base. Like, who cares if, people on YouTube, like, if you're trying to get into a YouTube group where they're making videos and stuff, who cares if you don't get entered, or not entered, but if you're in their group or not? I don't think nobody would care. It's like, if you, if you ever do videos with them, it has to be a thing where it's like, you and that person are friends. It ain't no content creator, giving you a handout or, helping your channel grow. Like, it has to be a situation where, like, you are, like, y'all as friends and stuff. So, overall, I'm like, yeah, and it's, but I feel like I ain't got, like, off topic. I feel like I ain't really, like, I'm just overall giving y'all advice on being a content creator. But there's a process of, being a more open YouTuber and things. So, it's like, all of this stuff is gonna mean something at the end of it and things. It's like the Karate Kid movie, the Jackie Chan one, and Jaden Smith one, where it was like, there was things. But, actually, the original one, too, because he just thought, like, washing cars was just, once again, getting off topic. Okay, anyways, moving on. So, but anyways, getting back to, like, being more open. But definitely, like, working at, like, I wouldn't even really consider, like, what would be considered a regular or normal job, because it's like, for people on YouTube, they would consider YouTube a regular or a normal job. So I guess like the older generation jobs and stuff, because I know there's people out there where it's like they don't look at YouTube as a job, which is crazy. Like that's one thing for sure. Don't ever let somebody tell you that YouTube isn't a job. When you start making money, then that's when it's like I feel like, at first, like, yeah, when you're not making any money, you're just doing it as a hobby. You're working on it, but it's kind of like an internship type thing. That's how I see it. Like when you're getting into YouTube, it's like, yeah, it's like, of course you're gonna be doing everything possible to get to that point where you are making money and stuff. So when you do get to that point, then it's like, okay, then you making money. It's a job at that point. If anything, it's a career, because it's like you starting this, you're trying to start this into this like big mega business when you think about it. So that's why I'm like, I'm not hearing it anymore when they tell me like YouTube isn't a job. I'm like, all right, well, you try telling that to some of the biggest YouTubers out there. You're only telling me that because you don't want me to succeed and stuff. You want me to suffer like everybody else. But I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I ain't seen one too many people in my life get jobs that they don't like, be all miserable and upset and all that. I'm like, I found happiness with doing YouTube videos and stuff. So I'm like, hey, they taught me like, and the thing is though, it's like, I feel like I'm not even at my final form of happiness though, but I'm like, I know I'm like content with what I'm doing on YouTube and stuff. And so, but, starting off with me, when it was like, starting off with YouTube and stuff, like I was camera shy, didn't like being in front of the camera, didn't like talking. I think there's like maybe very few videos of me like back before 2012 when I was talking and stuff, but that's what it was. It was like, I remember I got an iPad and I wasn't, recording videos off of some cheap free phone from like AT&T. Like, no, I had like an iPad where it's like, with Apple products, their microphones are a little bit better and stuff. So that's why I'm like, yeah, then plus my voice was, puberty was like kicking in and stuff. So my voice was getting a little bit deeper. And then that's why I was like, I felt like I think the first video I did, what was that first video? I remember I did like a practice video and I just talking and stuff. And then when I heard my voice, I was like, hey, yo, my voice sounds nice. I'm like, oh, I could definitely get with this. So I did some practice videos. And then I started recording videos on YouTube, with just talking about stuff. And I feel like that's like with this podcast and any of my other videos, like that's where all that stuff came from. So it was like, I feel like the first 5 years with YouTube, I think I've said this before, but definitely the first 5 years of YouTube was like building me up to be the content creator that I wanted to be and stuff. Because it was just like, first couple of years is getting me in front of the camera. And then I feel like, from 2012 to 2015, I was just wanting to figure out what content that I wanted to do and what content I could keep doing. So yeah, then it came point in time when I created my gaming channel. I was pushing out videos left and right. And then I started doing reaction videos and then pushing out content. Then I started creating more channels. And so it's going to take some time though, like to be an open content creator and stuff. But and it's like, but you can take it at your speed though. That's one thing for sure. Don't think for a second you gotta be, crazy from the jump. Like there's YouTubers like that's the YouTuber that I was just reacting to was Aiden Ross. That dude is funny. I'm gonna just say that right now. Shout out to Aiden Ross. That man is just pure comedy when he does a video stream, whatever. All right, but anyways, that man, I'm pretty sure, he wasn't who he is today back when he very first created his channel or created his Twitch channel. That took some time to get to that point. You got to feel comfortable. But my thing is, like, you guys see being a content creator as a seat. You ain't going to sit down directly into a seat and then, like, it ain't even into like your adjustments or any of that. Like you don't like how this seat feels against your back or your legs or any of that. So it's like it's gonna take you some time to like adjust and feel comfortable with this seat and get comfortable with it. Or for my sneakerheads out there, you might get you some uncomfortable shoes. It's gonna take you some time to break them bad boys in. So that's what you being a content creator, you guys see yourself as a Jordan. You guys see yourself as an Air Jordan. Which Air Jordan can I think of? Maybe 11, 12. Let me think of some Jordans that I'm like, where the comfort, it really breaks in and stuff. I can't say ones because I'm like ones don't really be having too much like that like mid soul part. I can't even think of no like well okay let's just say some 12s or something, let's just say some 12s because I'm trying to think. Fours, nah. Fives, nah. Six, seven. I don't have no sevens or no eights, nines. I used to have tens. 11. I'm gonna just say 11s. I'm gonna just say 11s. But anyways, so yeah, like you get you a pair of 11s and stuff, and it got that midsole and that rubber. It's gonna take you some time to break them bad boys in. So it's like you gotta just wear them and wear them and wear them and keep wearing them until it's like, hey, like you put them on one day and you're gonna be like, hey yo, these feel mad comfortable right now. I like these. And so there's and that's the thing though. It's like even with that, like with that example, there's gonna be times when you get into something and it's gonna be straight comfort from the start. So that's what I'm like, and and that's the like that happens where it's like you come out with a video, you come out with something, or you do something, and you gonna feel comfortable from the start. So that's gonna be your go-to shoes to wear every single day. Workouts, rain days, sunny days, beach days, mountain climbing days. I don't know, superhero. I don't know, man. But y'all get the point though. But anyways, but yeah, it's like it's gonna take you some time to get comfortable with being a content creator. But then once you reach that form of where you're like, bro, I could do some damage, being at this form and stuff, then yeah, it's like you're gonna definitely succeed as a content creator. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 32 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at TMossBoss. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.